What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another solo DMZ video. In today's video I will be completing the White Lotus Tier 3 Robin Hood mission. So in this mission you have to extract 100k and you also have to open 3 safes in one deployment. And by doing this you will unlock the Sattiq Poppy farmhouse key, which you will be needing later in a later mission. So make sure if you do get this, make sure that you hold on to that key. You don't want to lose it because you're going to be needing it later. But pretty much we're just going to be opening safes almost the entire game, just trying to get the 100k. Hopefully we don't run into any players because, you know, well, players can ruin your day. So this is going to be almost a guide slash playthrough on how to do that. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to look at the map and we're going to do these contracts called destroy supplies. Now those are the ones that you want to do, and pretty much there's 2 bomb sites that you have to destroy. They're quite easy to actually do. So what we're going to do is we're just going to plate up here real quick and get this guy's loot. You don't need to start off with an armor plate. This isn't that difficult, I would say, in terms of fighting AI. At least not in terms of fighting like the Juggernaut or anything. You can actually complete this without an armor plate vest on. So we're just gonna run over here and get this destroy supply real quick. Just picked up the destroy supplies, and now we're actually going to complete it. The 2 bomb sites, if you're doing this one exactly, the 2 bomb sites are in the airport. Obviously if you pick it up somewhere else on the map, it's going to be different locations, but it's pretty much the same thing everywhere. So we're gonna go over here to this bomb site, and once you hit the actual bomb site and you plant it or whatever, you don't have to stay there and defend it. You can literally just plant it, and then you can go to the next one and then plant that one, and then you can just leave and wait for it to explode. Now once both of them are done exploding, pretty much it's going to show on the map a bunch of safes that you can go to. So I would recommend trying to do this right off the rip so you have enough time to get all the cash that you need, which we need 100k. We're going to try to do this pretty fast. So we got 22 minutes left, and we're just going to go over to this other bomb site real quick, and we're going to plant this charge. Alright, so we're at the other bomb site, and now we're going to plant this real quick, and then like I said, we're just going to wait it out and wait for him to be destroyed, and then we're going to go on our way and we're going to start opening these safes. By the way, if you pick up this M4, the contraband M4, it's one of the best contraband guns that you can actually get. So if you see an AI guy with this M4, I would definitely recommend picking it up or stowing it in your backpack, and definitely keep it for your next run because it is really good. So we're just going to wait for this to destroy real quick. We're going to loot up in the meantime and just get a bunch of cash if we can. Just loot the registers. Registers have a lot of cash in them, and yeah, so we're just going to wait this out. Alright, so it looks like the supplies are destroyed. All supplies destroyed. It will show up there. And now pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to look on the map, and we're going to see all the safes on the map. Now some safes are actually more busier than others, or I should say they have more AI than others. The ones out in the open usually have no plated AIs, so I would recommend going to those ones first, and always go to the ones in like close proximity because obviously you want to try to do this as fast as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive over here, and we're going to do this safe real quick. Now I would also recommend, just instead of just running straight in there, to take out all the bots on the outside, especially if you don't have a 3-plate or a 2-plate armor vest. That way you can ensure that you don't die. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take out all these bots. As you can see, they don't have any 2 plates on them. So like I said, if you have 1 armor plate, it's definitely beneficial to do the ones out in the open because they have less 2 armor plate AI bots. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're just going to drill it. So like I said, more AI will come. And like I said, they're just storming in here. So run away if you have to. You actually have to be kind of semi-close to the drill, so just be wary of that. And also make sure when you spawn into the game that you have stims on. Like I said, stims can actually save you when you don't have a armor plate vest. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pretty much checking all the medical boxes, and you want to try to find a self-res if possible, because obviously if you go down as a solo player, you can't get back up. So like I said, always check the medical boxes. Always make sure you got ammo box, because you're pretty much just going to be fighting AI the entire time you're doing this, unless a team pulls up on you, which fortunately enough, no team has pulled up yet. Now more AI bots will keep spawning in, so just shoot all the ones on the outside so they don't keep running in, because obviously you don't want to have 5 AI bots just stacked up at the door. That's usually how people end up dying, is because they just let all the AI bots just come in all at once, and obviously you don't want that. So keep checking outside and killing all the bots that are trying to come in. Alright, so the safe is almost done, and we're about to go check and see what's inside here. So while we're doing that, we're going to actually ping our next safe that we're going to go to. We're going to open the safe, 8,000, 12K, and then 8,000. So not too bad. Now we have 42,000, around 42,000, and now all we're going to do is we're going to go to the next safe. Now, I would also recommend before you do anything else and go to the next safe, maybe try to hit a buy station beforehand, especially if it's close. Like I said, you have a lot of money, so you can actually spare some of it. If not, you can hit an extra safe if you have to. Obviously, this is only for people who only have one armor plate on, don't have a big backpack. So I definitely recommend trying to hit a buy station. So yeah, just be careful for players, AI bots, because you know, especially at the airport, there's a lot of AI that spawns here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run in here real quick and just try to take out most of these AI bots so we can actually hit the buy station. Maybe buy a 2 armor plate and maybe an LTV if we can. So we actually found a self-res, so that's actually going to be really useful. Like I said, I'm going to try to make my way to this buy station, but I'm getting shot everywhere. Especially the one at the airport can get pretty busy. So we're just going to run over here. Buy 2 armor plate. We're going to buy a medium backpack, and we're going to buy a bunch of armor plates. So, and then we're just going to get out of here. Alright, so now we're driving to the next safe location. And I would always check on your map too, just to make sure that there's plenty of safes around you, or have it mapped out in your mind on where you're going to go next. Like I said, it's nice to have the next spot already, I should say, not available to you, but already in mind. So we're going to hit this one, and then, well, it looks like we're walking now because our car just blew up. Alright, so we're just going to run up here, across the hill, and we're actually pretty close to it. Like I said, some of these locations are actually, they have a lot of AI bots. You could be getting shot from on top of the hill or anywhere. So like I said, just loot as you go there and just take your time. Like I said, we have a decent amount of time left. We have 13 minutes left, so that's plenty of time. It may be a little sketchy trying to leave exfil. We'll figure that out a little bit later. So we're just going to go up here. Like I said, this one's out in the open, so less AI bots with 2 armor plates, so it should be pretty easy. And we're just going to drill this safe. And hopefully we can get a gold bar, or hopefully we can get, actually I don't even know what the highest cash amounts are. I think like the highest I've seen was like 12K maybe. I think 12K might be the highest. I'm not too sure. And now we see a helicopter outside, so we're just going to try shooting them as they come out. They're going to be throwing smokes, so you can shoot through the smoke and maybe try to weaken them a little bit. We actually didn't get too many 2 armor plate bots yet because, yeah, I'm actually surprised. Usually they just come in those helicopters, but I guess not. Alright, so while that's drilling, let's look at the map and see if we can see another safe that we can actually hit. We have one out in the open by the cemetery, so we'll hit these 2 next. And then we'll hit the buy station. And it looks like we actually got a decent amount of cash. Like I said, those gold bars and the encrypted devices, you have to go to the buy station to sell them. So always keep a buy station in mind as well while you're doing this. So we know our next locations, and we're just gonna walk there or run there. Alright, so while going to the next safe, we actually found a ATV. So we're actually gonna hop on this and go to the buy station real quick, just to sell all this stuff so we have more room in our backpack. I can try to get out of here with this thing. And when you go to buy stations, another thing is like teams will sometimes be over here. So when I was actually going to this buy station, there was actually a team next to me. So what I did was I just snuck in there. I heard shooting, I heard players talking. So we're just gonna get out here and we're just gonna scan the area just to make sure that we don't see anybody. We're gonna try to sneak to the buy station real quick, and we're gonna sell all these gold bars that we have. So now we're up to 65,000. And we're just going to hop back on the ATV and we're just going to get out of here because I'm not trying to run into players right now because I have a lot of cash on me. So we're just going to hop on this. We're going to mind our own business. We're just going to back up here. Go to the next safe. So we actually only have 2 safes left. Well, at least we should have only 2 safes left. Sometimes you can get unfortunate and only get kill streaks and maybe a little bit of cash, but majority of the time you're going to have at least, I would say, like over 20,000 in each safe, which is kind of nice. So we're just gonna drill these. So the safe just unlocked, and let's see what we got. So we got a kill streak, we got 4,000, 8,000, and I think it was 10K. So nice amount of cash, 89,000. We will have to hit another safe, so this should be the last safe that we have to hit. Like I said, you always want to try to hit the safes on the outside of the map. You don't want to try to go to a busy AI area because, you know, you don't want to fight a million AI bots. And just to name a few spots that you should avoid, like Albagra Fortress you should avoid, Al-Mazrah City you should avoid, maybe the airport sometimes. I would say Observatory, maybe avoid that because that's usually where the weapon case is, and the cave complex. Sattiq cave complex is definitely one you should probably avoid. So we're at the last safe right now, and it was kind of really close to the other one. So like I said, you really want to try to get like the 2-for-1 safes because, you know, obviously because they're close in proximity. But we finally got it unlocked, and we have enough cash now. We have over 100,000. I mean, we have an extra 8,000, I guess, but I wouldn't go and spend any of it. I would just be super careful with the mission because obviously you don't want to have to redo it again. Alright, now we get to the fun part, which is exfilling. So usually a lot of players try to exfil right about this time. So we're just going to fly down here. I don't see anybody around us, so I'm just going to call this in. And I wouldn't recommend standing right under the exfil waiting for the helicopter. I would recommend trying to get on a hill if you can, just to see if players will come or not. But fortunately enough, we're just going to run on top of this hill, and we're going to wait for the exfil helicopter to come. And we're going to try to find smoke grenades or anything that we can use to actually help us out in the process. So we actually found a smoke grenade, and we're going to hold on to those stims because you never know. You could run into a team here at the last second. But this exfil spot too, I noticed doesn't really get a lot of activity for some reason. We're just going to sit up here and wait, and hopefully no players come. Obviously if we see players, we can either wait it out or we can fly on top of the exfil helicopter if need be. And we still don't see anybody. We're going to throw that smoke grenade down just to help us out as we fly in here. Obviously, we don't have to wait for teammates, so we're going to exfil right away, 5 seconds, and we'll see if we see anybody. And also another thing too, in those safes, I would also recommend keeping those kill streaks with you, because like I said, if we have a mortar strike or if a team pulls up an LTV, we're just going to put the mortar strike right on top of them. Fortunately enough, we didn't have to worry about that. We completed the White Lotus mission, 100k. That's nice. Finally got that out of the way. Being a solo DMZ player can be kind of tough sometimes because some of these missions require extra work as a solo player. Looks like we actually got the 100k extracted. And make sure that you hold on to that key that you get as a reward, because that key will actually be used for another mission. And the key is called Sattiq Poppy Farmhouse Key. So you want to make sure that you hold on to that. So yeah, other than that, if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. And make sure you guys like and subscribe for more solo DMZ content. I will catch you guys next time.